Wild Turkey just dropped their brand new limited edition Master's Keep Beacon. This release might be one of the most exciting bourbons we'll see this year, and it could also be the very last entry in the legendary Master's Keep series. Today, I'm diving into everything you need to know about Beacon, the history, what makes this release different, tasting notes, how it stacks up against past Master's Keep bottlings, and whether it's worth hunting down. And stick around until the end because we'll also talk about what could be next for Wild Turkey, including rumors of a throwback to one of their most iconic bottles ever. Before we get into it, if you're new here, welcome to World of Whiskey. I cover bourbon news, reviews, history, and hunting tips every single week. If that sounds like your thing, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell so you never miss a pour. All right, and let's talk Master's Keep Beacon. The Master's Keep line first launched back in 2015 as a way for Wild Turkey to showcase special one-of-a-kind releases crafted by legendary master distiller Jimmy Russell and his son, Eddie Russell. Over the years, we've seen some incredible expressions: Master's Keep, 17-year revival, Cornerstone Rye, Bottled in Bond, and of course, Unforgotten. Each one pushed the boundaries of what Wild Turkey could do while still honoring their classic style. These bottles were always limited, highly sought after, and they gave collectors a chance to taste turkey whiskey at older ages and in unique finishes you couldn't get in the core lineup. In a way, Master's Keep has been Wild Turkey's playground for innovation. So, what makes Master's Keep Beacon stand out? First off, it's a blend of Wild Turkey bourbons ranging between 10 and 16 years old. Eddie Russell wanted to create something that represented the heart of Wild Turkey, bold, rich, and approachable, but with layers of maturity from those older barrels. The name Beacon ties back to Wild Turkey Hill itself, where the Russell family has crafted bourbon for decades. It's meant to symbolize a guiding light, a tribute to tradition, and to Jimmy Russell's incredible 70-year career in bourbon, as well as containing the first older barrels Bruce Russell was in charge of, which were distilled in 2015. It's bottled at 118 proof, which longtime turkey fans will recognize as a similar proof to the majority of their barrel proof offerings. That's the sweet spot where you get bold flavor without losing balance. Let's Talk Tasting reports so far describe Beacon as nose, a classic turkey profile of caramel, baking spice, vanilla, and just a touch of toasted oak. Palate, think honey, dark fruit, cinnamon, and that signature Wild Turkey spice that dances on the tongue. Finish long and warming with oak and leather that remind you of those older barrels in the blend. It's very much a return to form. Nothing too flashy, but pure, unapologetic Wild Turkey. Now, how does Beacon stack up against the rest of the Master's Keep lineup? I haven't tried it yet, but what I think will set Beacon apart is the fact that it's not a finished bourbon. For the exception of the Bottled in Bond, I don't think we've really had a pure bourbon in the lineup, so it will be exciting to see what they can do with older barrels outside of the higher age stated Russell's releases. Compared to Cornerstone Rye, which was bold and spicy, Beacon leans more into balance and classic bourbon sweetness. And against Voyage, which was finished in rum barrels, Beacon is more of a return to turkey roots, no finishes, no gimmicks, just well-aged Kentucky bourbon blended with care. For longtime fans, Beacon might not be the flashiest release, but it feels like a fitting capstone to the Master's Keep series. So here's my take. I think Beacon is one of the most meaningful Master's Keep releases yet, not because it reinvents the wheel, but because it honors Wild Turkey's legacy. Another nice touch to it this year is the box. Between the black, gold, and the barrel char texture on the box, I really think the packaging is top-notch this year. At retail, which is expected to be around $275, I definitely pick this up. Secondary, though, will likely push this into the $450 to $500 range, and at that point I'd probably pass, unless you're a die-hard turkey collector. What I love about this bottle is that it really captures what makes Wild Turkey great. Bold spice, approachable sweetness, and just enough oak to remind you you're drinking something special. It might not be the craziest release we've ever seen, but it's one that I think will age really well in the bottle and in people's memories. Even though Beacon may be the last of the Master's Keep line, Wild Turkey isn't done with special releases. In fact, this could be the start of something even bigger. I've seen reports, including from Cumming Whiskey, that Wild Turkey may be planning a throwback to the legendary cheesy gold foil. For newer collectors, that was a bottling from the 1980s that's now one of the most sought after vintage bourbons in the bourbon world and was supposed to be some of the best Wild Turkey ever made. If they're bringing it back in some form, you can bet the bourbon world will go crazy. So the big question, does Beacon mark the end of an era or the beginning of a new one? Personally, I would be surprised if this truly is the last Master's Keep, but I do think it will be for a long time. Don't worry though, there will be plenty of limited editions from Wild Turkey to spend money on for the foreseeable future. So there you have it, Wild Turkey Master's Keep Beacon, a fitting tribute to the Russell family and possibly the last of the Master's Keep line. Personally, I think it's worth grabbing at retail, but not worth chasing on secondary. Now I want to hear from you. What's your favorite Master's Keep release so far? And do you think Wild Turkey should replace the series with something new or keep the legacy alive? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to World of Whiskey for more bourbon content, and share this video with your whiskey friends. Until next time, cheers.